The Pals were once one of the most iconic groups on Roblox YouTube. If you were watching Roblox content a few years ago, you've definitely heard of them. They were a group of friends who made fun, family-friendly videos that millions of people tuned in to watch. Their chemistry as a group was unmatched, and it felt like you were hanging out with a bunch of funny, creative people, but over time, things fell apart. Members left, controversies happened, and now they've all gone down very different paths. Some are thriving, others have stepped away from the platform entirely, and a few have faced pretty serious backlash. Let's break down the rise and fall of the Pals and see where each member is now. Who were the Pals? Before diving into individual stories, let's start with a quick background on the Pals. The group officially came together in 2016, but their origins go back further than that. Originally, the channel was started by Sub and Sketch, who were close friends making Minecraft videos. Their content at the time was focused on animations and funny skits, and they were slowly growing an audience. As the channel began to gain traction, Alex, Coral, and Dennis joined the team. Together, they decided to shift the channel's focus to Roblox, which was exploding in popularity at the time. This move turned out to be a game changer. Their dynamic as a group was what made them stand out. Each member brought their own personality and humor to the table, and fans couldn't get enough of it. For a while, the Pals were at the top of the Roblox YouTube scene. Their videos consistently pulled in millions of views, and their fanbase was incredibly loyal. They weren't just content creators, they were a part of people's lives. But as we'll see, things didn't stay that way forever. Let's start with Sketch, one of the most popular members of the group and someone who's still active today. Sketch is known for his high energy, goofy humor, and he's managed to keep his audience entertained for years. Even now, he's still uploading videos regularly with over 5 million subscribers and hundreds of thousands of views on each video. He's one of the few members who has managed to stay consistent and relevant long after the Pals disbanded. What many people don't know is that Sketch was one of the original founders of the Pals. He started the channel with Sub, and back then their content was all about Minecraft. They were making animations and little story-driven videos, which were super popular at the time. But after a while, Sketch decided to step away from YouTube to focus on his personal life. This was before the Pals became a full-fledged group, so when he came back in 2016, things had already started to change. With Sketch back in the mix, the Pals were stronger than ever. Fans loved his funny, over-the-top personality, and he quickly became a standout member. At the same time, Sketch started growing his own personal channel, which helped him build a loyal fan base separate from the group. Sketch didn't just stick to YouTube, though. A few years ago, he released a Roblox game that ended up being a massive success. The game has over 270 million visits, which is a huge accomplishment. Between his YouTube career and his work in game development, Sketch is doing really well for himself. He's one of the few members who seems genuinely happy with where he's at. Next, let's talk about Sub, the original creator of the Pals channel. Before it was even called the Pals, the channel was known as Sub-Zero Exabyte, and it was focused on Minecraft content. Sub and Sketch were the ones who started it all, producing creative animations and funny skits. They were slowly building an audience, but things really took off when they decided to focus on Roblox. When the channel transitioned to Roblox, Sub decided to create his own personal channel to keep making Minecraft videos. His content was super creative, and he quickly became known. Over the years, his channel grew to over 5 million subscribers, making him one of the most successful members of the Pals. But then Sub disappeared. He hasn't uploaded a video in over 2 years, leaving fans to wonder what happened. As it turns out, Sub has been focusing on a completely different kind of project game development. He runs a group called Small World Games, which has created some of the most popular games on Roblox like Anime Defenders and Deathball. Here's the crazy part: Anime Defenders got over 1 billion visits in just 50 days. That's an insane level of success, and it shows just how talented Sub is when it comes to game development. It's easy to see why he's chosen to focus on this instead of YouTube. It's not only more lucrative, but it also lets him stay creative in a new way. Whether or not he'll ever return to YouTube is unclear, but for now it seems like he's found his niche in the Roblox gaming world. Now let's move on to Dennis Daly, who was arguably the most famous member of the Pals. With over 9.3 million subscribers, Dennis was a giant in the Roblox YouTube scene. Even after the Pals broke up, Dennis continued to upload regularly, creating gameplay videos that his fans loved. He had a laid-back, fun vibe that made his content really enjoyable to watch. But in 2023, things got a little weird. A rumor started circulating that Dennis had been arrested for tax evasion. There was even a fake mugshot of him going around, and people actually believed it. The story blew up on social media with fans and critics speculating about what was going on. Dennis eventually addressed the rumors in a YouTube video titled "The Truth About My Arrest." In the video, he made it clear that the rumors were fake and even joked about how no one told him he needed to pay taxes. While the arrest wasn't real, Dennis did use the video to reveal something he'd been working on, a new Roblox game called Deathbows. The game launched in December 2023 and has been doing well with over 47 million visits so far. Dennis seems to be putting a lot of effort into making the game a success, but fans are still hoping he'll come back to making regular YouTube content someday. Coral's story is by far the most controversial. He was one of the original members of the Pals and was heavily involved in their early videos. But in 2019, everything fell apart for him after a series of bad decisions on social media. It started when Coral got into an argument with a fan named Tiffany on Twitter. She mentioned that she had spent over $100 on a school jersey with the Pals logo only for Coral to dismiss her as cringe. Fans were outraged, accusing him of disrespecting his audience and the people who supported him. The backlash was immediate and severe. Coral didn't handle it well, blocking critics and refusing to apologize. Meanwhile, Tiffany's mental health reportedly took a hit, and many blamed Coral for the situation. The Pals eventually decided to remove Coral from the group, and Dennis even made a video explaining the decision. After that, Coral disappeared from the internet. He made a few random appearances over the years, but has largely stayed out of the spotlight. Finally, we have Alex Crafted, who was probably the least controversial member of the Pals. Alex was known for being friendly and easygoing, but after the Pals disbanded, his channel started to decline. Despite having over 2 million subscribers, his videos rarely got more than a few thousand views. Alex tried to keep his channel going with creative projects like making a Roblox game in an hour, but it wasn't enough to bring back his audience. Eventually, he stopped uploading altogether. His last update was over 8 months ago, so it seems like he's moved on from YouTube. These days, Alex is focusing on his passion for art and film. He graduated from film school and now shares his artwork on Twitter, where he still has a small but supportive fan base. He even worked on Sub's game Deathball, designing the logo and contributing his artistic skills. While Alex isn't making videos anymore, it's clear he's doing what makes him happy. The Pals had an incredible run, but their story is a mix of success and challenges. At their peak, they were one of the most loved groups on YouTube, inspiring millions of fans. But personal differences, controversies, and changing priorities eventually tore them apart. Today, the members are all doing their own thing. Sketch and Sub are thriving in game development. Dennis is working on his Roblox project. Alex is pursuing his creative passions, and Coral remains a controversial figure. While fans still miss the group, it's clear that most of them are doing what makes them happy. The Pals may be gone, but their legacy will always be remembered by the fans who grew up watching them. So, that's the story of the Pals, how they rose to the top of Roblox YouTube, what caused their downfall, and where they are now. It's crazy to see how much has changed over the years, with each member going on such different paths. Whether it's Sketch still making people laugh, Sub dominating Roblox game development, Dennis working on his own projects, Alex exploring his creative side, or even the drama surrounding Coral, it's clear the Pals left a lasting mark on the community. For so many of us, their videos were a big part of our childhood or just a fun escape, and their legacy still holds a special place in the hearts of millions of fans. It's a reminder that even when things end, they can still be remembered fondly. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments which member of the Pals was your favorite. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.